Kavihuha questioned why the Education Ministry wants to reopen schools nationwide at a time when COVID-19 cases are rising at an exponential rate. TUN demands that the ministry calls off the decision until it is safe for learners to return to school.
If we are serious that we have to redirect our resources and energy in fighting the spread of COVID, it means that we should not open any other activities that will contribute to the spread. And this activity that is in our midst is the issues of reopening of the schools. So, under the circumstances that we have now learned from it, we have seen that, of course, we are not in capacity for the school to reopen, and as a country we are also not in capacity to handle the further spread of the disease, and therefore we cannot engage in other activities.
Kavihuha says the fact that the government is having a hard time keeping COVID-19 patients quarantined and burying those that succumbed to the virus is an indication that the reopening of schools will be disastrous.
Just imagine if you're unable to bury the dead, and if 500 children are infected at once, how are you going to handle the situation? We've been saying very clear that the most important grades is grade 7, 9, 11, and 12. That can be reopened, and we can even take these kids, all of them, to hostel facilities that are properly disinfected and properly cleaned, and they will be looked after for the remainder of the year. All the learners can be kept at home, and they can be transferred to the next grade with rationalization of the curriculum.
TUN has given the Education Ministry until the 27th of July this year to revoke the decision to reopen schools and threatens to invoke the provision of Section 42 of the Labour Act, which calls for workers to be absent from their workplaces.